Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So I want to take Masked Saiyan's EZA into Extreme Super Battle Road. I do have him at full level 10 links, so potentially he could form a nasty combo. I mean, if we get him alongside Raditz or TEQ Broly, him having full level 10 links will actually matter, right? Because he does link up rather well with both Raditz and TEQ Broly. The issue, though, is that Masked Saiyan, a lot of his kit, a lot of his passive, is designed around fighting one enemy, right? Like, he gets 100% attack and defense at the start of turn, and he gets 1 key and 50% attack when facing 2 or less enemies, and then another additional key and 30% attack and defense when facing only 1 enemy. Now, getting the extra 1 key and 50% attack when facing 2 or less enemies. I mean, there is a number of fights in here that will hit, that will have that, right? The second and third fight are always only 2 enemies. The first one, we are not going to have it. We got the Krillin, the Z Fighter gang right here. Okay. So, the other thing, too, about Masked Saiyan, even though a lot of his passive is designed around one enemy, I still think he's going to be a pretty, well, I say pretty good, but he's going to be, I think, an exceptional Super Battle Road unit for a lot of players, right? Because he is still stacking defense. Then on top of that, let's get rid of Chaozu first, for sure. Yeah, we'll get rid of Chaozu, and then I'll go ahead and have Cell just slap Krillin, probably. So because Masked Saiyan stacks defense and lowers attack, that's a vicious combo, especially when there's only like 2 enemies, right? So he's going to give himself that little defensive increase, but then he's also lowering the enemy's attack, I believe, probably, what, 20% for 3 turns? Yeah, so it's a 20% debuff for 3 turns, right? But that is going to be very effective in Super Battle Road stages, and especially in conjunction with increasing his defense anyway. Then, depending upon, again, if we have, like, TEQ Raditz with him, I brought the new TEQ Toa along with us, because obviously in, like, Extreme TEQ stage, oh, very good, Broly. Here's the other thing, too. Daddy Broly sometimes can go a little bit crazy in these stages, and really say, get out of here, son. All right, this is good. We're actually going to be able to take out Krillin, too. Okay, this worked out pretty well. I mean, obviously on Extreme TEQ, right? You can completely blitz these stages with Extreme TEQ and TEQ Broly. So we're actually going to get to this point where Masked Saiyan has that additional 1 key and 50% attack. What's his defense? Oh, boy. Okay. Well, okay. This man is not gonna be defending in Extreme Super Battle. Okay. Alright. I mean, I had to take him in here to check, because remember, Toa is giving a 35% attack and defensive attack and defensive buff, right? So this is bad. I'm not gonna use an item, so we're gonna attack Yamcha. I'm gonna stun Tien, and then with Toa we can go ahead and seal Yamcha. Alright, let's see how this is going to go. Masked Saiyan's probably going to take a lot of damage here. We'll be able to see the difference. That's a lot. He's doing a lot of damage, but he's going to take a lot of damage in turn. I mean, again, he's still going to be a good unit for Extreme TEQ. Extreme TEQ is just over at 56 and 86. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So he's not exactly like, the missing piece to no item. Extreme TEQ, Extreme Super Battle Road, and I probably will not use him either for no item runs. But for just for players trying to beat it, he is going to be quite good. We're above 50%. Yeah, we are. Okay, we're fine. Did we get the 2-turn stun on Tien? We did not. Raditz, you suck. Yeah, so Raditz, right? If you guys are not familiar with the way Raditz works. Raditz has... Okay, that's only Yamcha, so let's just get rid of him. Boom, perfect. Raditz has if there's 2 enemies, he has a 100% chance to stun for that turn, and then he also has a 50% chance to stun on his super attack. I believe it's 50. So, like, if you're lucky, you're going to get the 2-turn stun, but you're always at least going to get the 1-turn stun with Raditz, right? Yeah, it's a high chance of stunning, 50% chance to stun. That's why my Raditz is actually, he has full additionals. So he could bust off 2 chances to stun, if at all possible. And then, of course, we know how good the TEQ Brolys are. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm already pretty comfortable in saying that, Masked Saiyan, it's like, there's better options to try and no-item it, but again, Extreme TEQ has, it's so limited there's so few like super top tier LRs and Dokkan Fest exclusives and stuff like that that are really gonna move the needle in Extreme Tech Super Battle Road, that like, you know, a lot of free-to-play players could have Masked Saiyan, right? He's been out since Saiyan Day of 2017, you know, so you might have been able to, you know, pull this guy in one of 600 different banners that have come out, you know, throughout the years, right? And then now he gets his EZA and bam, you know, like, right, a free-to-play player is much more likely to have Masked Saiyan Rainbow than Raditz, right? Raditz is superior in every way to Masked Saiyan in Super Battle Road here, but Raditz came out on Saiyan Day 2020, whereas Masked Saiyan came out on Saiyan Day of 2017, right? So that obviously does matter. So his defense is up to 123k, but we're also getting an additional 15% defensive buff over what Toa was giving, right? Toa, since we have a full extreme team, Toa was giving 35% attack and defense, whereas Cell, remember, is giving 50%. So, yeah, I mean, Masked Saiyan is good, but he's not like, you know... I'm going to use an item right here, too. Because going into next turn, we'll have Golden Frieza with his passive active. Yeah, it's a bummer, but it's fine. I mean, Masked Saiyan is still with his defense. I mean, he's doing crazy damage, right? Like, I think the damage he's doing is very good. But then when it comes to his stacking, he's definitely going to be much more advantageous to use in these longer challenge runs, right? Infinite Dragon Ball history, stuff like that. What's funny is I wanted to use Masked Saiyan in the extreme category Super Battle Road stages, but I was looking at it, and it's like, unless I'm going to use, like, TEQ Frieza or something like that, which honestly, like, I want to take him into extreme class, like Super Battle Road, right? Like the stage, what is it? It's stage 12. Yeah, it's stage, yes? Yeah, stage 12. I want to take him into that, but like using like transforming Frieza 120%, it's not good enough in there, right? Because in those fights are long, right? You know, we potentially could go 5 turns, 6 turns, 7 turns, something like that. So Masked Saiyan with his stacking could become more advantageous and more relevant, but it's just not something that we're really able to do because he's only on Pure Saiyan, Time Travelers, and Goku family, right? Like right now, there are no extreme class Pure Saiyan. Well, I think there is. Dragon Ball Super Broly is extreme class, but again, he's 120%. Like, you can't do that. That's not going to work. 120%. They really need to release a new Dragon Ball Z Broly from, I think, movie 8. Yeah, the first Dragon Ball Z Broly movie. And have him be, like, a Pure Saiyan leader. Like, that would... You want to talk about a unit that would hit top grossing very fast. Would be that, right? So, I'm actually a little bit nervous here. I'm going to use an item, because again, the whole point of this is Masked Saiyan, right? We want to see Masked Saiyan, his effectiveness, stuff like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and, I guess we'll just go for Goku. Like, let's just try and take Goku down as quickly as possible. Maybe Broly can go absolutely crazy right here. It's possible, right? Broly could just go super nuts and do like a triple super attack, triple crit, and potentially take out that Goku. Is that my... Yeah, that's my Broly. Okay. Yeah, because my Broly is very much equipped... Like, I have heavy equipment on him. Big time stuff, right? Like, he's got like a level 4 silver additional. I think he's got like a level 4 crit on gold, right? Like, my Broly, I gave him everything, right? Because I don't know. I've done a couple runs here and there on Extreme Tech. Yeah, I've gotten to the third fight a couple of times. It's just really tough. It's just like... Extreme Tech, from what I've seen, it's just a matter of how your opening rotations start out. Like, if you don't get a perfect, like, first 2 or 3 turns, you die with Extreme Tech. There's just no way. Like, you just have no chance. Goku did survive. That sucks, because I wanted Masked Saiyan to have the extra defensive ability right here. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of Goku with Masked Saiyan, and then Raditz will be able to stun Gohan. Yeah, perfect. Okay. And then next turn, what is Masked Saiyan's defense rate? 73k. I mean, it's just not... His defense is just not high enough at the start. Because he gets that little extra 30% defensive buff against one enemy. It matters quite a lot. And again, he's gonna... Like, if Gohan super attacks here, it's over. Yeah, okay. We got lucky. Again, if Gohan super is there, we're dead. Like, you know, Masked... Okay. I just learned something. I did not know that, but Raditz's passive can deactivate in the middle of the turn. I'm very glad this just happened, so I'm aware of that. Oh my god. if I was doing an actual, like, no item attempt and I got to, like, the last stage and I died because of that, I would lose my shit. Okay, so Raditz, real quick, again, I literally just learned this. Some passives work like this, but not a lot. This is like LR Tech Broly's actually works the same way, right? Because Broly can super attack, what is it, 4 times at max after he transforms? Okay, so Raditz, right, gets... Yeah, stuns the attacked enemy and reduces damage received by 50% when facing 2 or more enemies. But notice how Raditz did not stun Gohan right there, because we killed Goku with Masked Saiyan. So middle of the turn, his passive changed from facing 2 enemies to facing 1 enemy. So instead, he got the 1 key and 100% attack and defense when facing only 1 enemy, rather than the 2 key and the guaranteed stun and the 50% damage reduction when facing 2 or more enemies. So that is crazy. Okay, so Raditz works like Tech Broly. I keep mentioning Tech Broly's passive. Let me actually mention what Tech Broly does as well. Here, I will use a Princess Snake right here. So Tech Broly, it's when he transforms, right? Because, well, does this work when he's not transformed as well? No, it's only when he's transformed. Because when he's transformed, right, launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super when facing only 1 enemy, and then launches an additional super when facing only 2 enemies. So you can super attack 4 times with Broly, right? So like you super attack, and then you do the second super attack because you're fighting 2 enemies still, and then that second super attack kills an enemy, and so there's only 1. Then his other part of his passive launches an additional, has a medium chance of being a super when facing only 1 enemy. That can activate, and then you get your hidden potential system to activate. So LR Tech Broly can potentially super attack 4 consecutive times, but it's ultra uber rare to get that to happen, right? It is very, very unicorn rare to see that, because again, Broly has to, you have to be fighting either like 3 or 2 enemies or something like that, but within the first 2 attacks, you have to make it so that there's only 1 enemy left. Then that part of the passive activates, and then you get your hidden potential system. But obviously, I mean, that's transformed Broly. I mean, the amount of damage he would do in that situation would be just like ludicrous, right? It would be so nuts. All right, so Cell's gonna lower Gohan's attack right here. This will be interesting to see. So, oh, actually, Masked Saiyan is probably gonna finish him off. 117k defense. That's not enough. That's with his full passive active. He's getting the extra 30%. He's already done a stack. Like, yeah, it's... Again, if you're like free to play stuff like that, like you're just trying to beat it using items and stuff, Masked Saiyan is definitely like fine in here, right? Even though some of his passive is not going to be active a lot of the time, but that's not really going to matter too much, right? Because you're going to be using items and stuff like that. You're just trying to beat it. Masked Saiyan is fine, but definitely for my interests with the no item run, there's definitely superior units to use to Masked Saiyan, right? Like for me, like I'm going to use like LR Demon King Piccolo over Masked Saiyan or something like that, right? Or like even I would think of using like Transforming Frieza, who is a Big Bad Boss's unit, and then of course he also heals, you know, something like that would be superior to what Masked Saiyan is putting out on the table for us. So, you know, it sucks. You know, I wish he could have been a bit better, but I mean, what am I going to do, cry all day about it? Like, nah, like he's still going to be good in Legendary Goku event, Infinite Dragon Ball history, right? So that's why it's good. Like when they give units little abilities like that, like, you know, these like stacking abilities and stuff, it's very beneficial, right? Because there's so many different types of events now, right? We have, you know, Dokkan events, there's World Tournament, you have Battlefield, you have Super Battle Road, you have Legendary Goku event, you have Infinite Dragon Ball history, you have EZA events, right? So like Raditz, well, Raditz is not going to be a great EZA unit because, I mean, the attack lowering isn't going to do anything in there, and I mean, those fights typically don't go like 10 turns where the defensive stacking will be great. Will he be good in any EZAs? The answer is no. Physical Kid Buu, Physical Vegeta Jr., Physical Goku Black, Physical Vegito Blue, and then in Kid Buu. Every EZA Masked Saiyan's categories are good against are all physical units. So in order for Masked Saiyan to be good, obviously we have to, like EGL Super Vegito or something like that, right, would be where Masked Saiyan would be helpful. So Masked Saiyan's not even a unit that's going to be good for any EZAs. So that's unfortunate, but we'll see. I still wish, man, they should have done one of my ideas, which is like, you know, stage 100 of an EZA gives you like a piece of equipment or something like that. Like that would have been so cool, man. I mean, people really would have been incentivized to try and do that, right? That would have been, man. My ideas. Dokkan, if only they would listen to me. 92k defense is what he's got right here. So here's what, check it out. Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna hit the stun on Trunks, and then let's see if we can survive this turn. I actually do not know if we're even gonna be able to survive this turn, honestly. Because Raditz is good, but that boy Raditz can still take damage, even with the damage reduction and all of his defense. Oh, imagine getting to annoy him, run, like, and then this happens. Oh, brutal. Yeah, this Extreme TEQ is tough. Extreme TEQ and Super AGL, they just don't really have the horses to get this done. I mean, both of them are possible, but it's just like the amount of luck you need is just insane, right? And like Toa is potential. Look at this damage he takes. It's just so much. Toa is another potential option that could help a little bit because she seals, but I mean, Extreme TEQ can definitely struggle for key depending upon the situation as well, but yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of Masked Saiyan. Again, he'll be solid. I mean, he's Extreme TEQ, which there's so few good Extreme TEQ units, so he's still going to be helpful no matter what. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.